Very up and down start to the year, but we are determined to help you make the most of it, maybe make some money out of all of this.
That'd be nice. Here with their best advice on how to do that, Judd Pyle, Chief Investment Strategist at ONN.TV from the CME, and Jared Levy with Financial Markets Education. And interesting, guys, I want to go to you first, Judd, but Jared, you both are looking at commodities right now on a day when, once again, oil went down, didn't quite get below 40, but it went intraday below 40 a couple of times. Judd, why do you think that oil's a bet right now?
Well, David, as you and I have talked about over the last couple of months and weeks, is that these stocks got so beaten up that I feel like we feel at ONN TV that to a certain extent they left reality. Forced hedge fund selling and stuff like that got these stocks down to absolutely rock bottom levels. And so as we see people taking a little bit more risk and putting things to work, I like the plays on things like a Petrobras or other oil companies to potentially hold their gains or go a little higher.
You know what, Jared? I mean, one thing that's surprising me thus far, I really thought that after we got past that first holiday week of the year that we were going to get a lot more volume, a lot more institutional investors stepping into the market. We're not seeing that right now. Why is that?
We're not. I think a lot of professionals, just like the average everyday investors, are stepping away. They're moving away from the markets. They're not willing to take the risks unless there is a large, substantial move in one direction or the other. In other words, if the market sells off sharply, then certain market participants are going to want to step in and take advantage of that sharp sell-off. Same thing to the upside. You'll see as we start to get around support and resistance, that's when people are placing their big bets. And I think we'll probably continue to see that for some time, because of the general fear in the marketplace.
By the way, Jared, we should note you still love First Solar, but you say now's the time to get out, right?
Well, Dave, you know, we talked about this several weeks ago. Actually, back in November, I started recommending First Solar. It was back at around $78 a share. It's run up now. I think it's trading around $160.
Oh.
This is, in this marketplace, when you have these sorts of profits, do something to protect it. I think investors need to be a little bit more proactive in these markets. They need to be aware of their surroundings and realize that the days of, you know, stocks going up and up and up really are not going to be there for some time. So we've got to do something while we've got the profits on the table.
You know what? God, that chart, I know that company very well. I can't believe they're at 163. But you know what, Judd? A lot of people, when you look at a company like First Solar, you look at Allscripts, people are trying to invest on Obama's stimulus plan. I'm wondering, though, if now traders are realizing that they've gotten ahead of themselves and trying to profit from stimulus, too.
Absolutely. I think that's what we've seen over the last couple of weeks is people kind of piled into those commodity plays, and it's why we've gotten a bit of a run. And I know that kind of contradicts what I'm saying about some of these Petrobras's, but when you go out and then look at whether it's a cat tractor or a deer or whatever, there was definitely a ton of euphoria, and that goes right to what Jared was saying, is that when you have these insane rallies up, take some profits, because the amount of volatility in the market, even though it's reduced a lot in the last 4 weeks, still at unprecedented levels. So it's definitely a market for traders. Buy and hold gets a little bit rough. People need to take advantage of profit opportunities when they have them.
Yeah, just take the dips when you can get them. All right, guys,
market is always the pace setter. It's always there up in front of everybody, particularly in front of the politicians. Judd Pyle, Jared Levy, good to see you both. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Good to see you, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
You too.